Morning, fourth graders. Today I'm going to show you how to do your work that's all about adding mixed numbers. So just to do a little vocabulary review, a mixed number is just a whole number and a fraction. So my example of, here's like my flashcards. My mixed number is 2 3/4. I have a whole number with a fraction, okay? A whole number and a fraction is my definition for mixed number. My examples could be 2 3/4. Another example is 1 3/6, 2 4/6, 4 1/6, 5 4/10. We have tons of examples on this board. Okay, I'm going to scroll this down. There we go. An improper fraction is just a fraction where the numerator, the number on top, is greater than the denominator, the number on bottom. So 7 is greater than 4, so 7/4 is an improper fraction. 9 is greater than 8, so 9/8 is an improper fraction, okay? So here are my examples on adding mixed numbers. I'm going to show you guys my steps. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my fractions first. Just like when you're adding whole numbers, you're going to start from the right and you're going to work over. Just like when we add, like if we did 147 plus 213, you would start here, 7 plus 3, and you would regroup to make 10, and then you would add 4, 5, 6, and your last step is 2 plus 1 is 3. So you're working from the right and you're going left, okay? All right, so the first step you're doing is you're adding your fractions. And then you're regrouping your improper fraction as a whole number if needed. And I will show you how to use subtraction to do that. The last step is adding your whole numbers and rewriting it as your final answer. So in my example here, I started with 1 3/6 plus 2 4/6. If I add my fractions first, remember when I add fractions, I'm only adding my numerator, the number on top. My denominator stays the same. So 3 plus 4 is 7. And my denominator of 6 stayed the same. So 3/6 plus 4/6 is 7/6, but that's improper. So before I move on, I'm going to take my improper fraction, I'm going to take a whole from it, and I'm going to give that whole to the column that my whole numbers are in, because that makes sense to keep my whole numbers together. So I'm going to take away from 7/6, I'm going to take 6/6, that one whole, and I'm going to put it right up here, regroup it as my one whole, okay? So I have now taken the 6/6 away from the 7/6, and I am left with 1/6. Now I'm ready to add my whole numbers. I regrouped my improper fractions, so I'm on my next step, add whole numbers. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. So my last step is rewriting my answer because this is very confusing looking. So I'm just going to bring my 4 down and I'm going to bring my 1/6 down, and I'm going to show you that my answer is 4 1/6. So here I have some sixths. So I'm going to show you guys this as a visual. I'm going to start with 1 3/6. One whole and 1, 2, 3 out of 6, okay? And now I'm going to add 2 4/6. I'm going to add 2 wholes, 1, 2, and now I'm going to add 4/6. Instead of putting that down here, I'm going to add right onto what I started. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 wholes and 1/6. 4 1/6. And look, that's what I got when I did it just with numbers. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do 2 more. So we have 5 4/10 plus 4 2/10. My first step is adding my fractions. 4 plus 2 is 6. My denominator stays the same, 6/10. My next step is regroup if needed. I don't need to regroup because I don't have an improper fraction. 6 is less than 10, so this fraction is good to go. I can leave that just as is. My next step is adding my whole numbers. 5 plus 4 is 9. I can rewrite my answer if I need to. On this one I actually don't, so I'm just going to circle my final answer, 9 6/10. All right, and here is my last one. 2 5/6 plus 1 3/6. My first step is add fractions. 5 plus 3 is 8, and my denominator stays the same, so that 6 comes down. Now I have 8/6. So I know that if my numerator is greater than my denominator, then that's more than one whole. So I want to take that one whole and I want to get it over here to where I keep my whole numbers. So in order to take that whole, I'm going to take how many parts of 6 make a whole? 6/6 make a whole. I'm going to take that one whole and I'm going to put it up here. 1. 6/6. I just regrouped as one whole. Now I have to figure out what I have left. 8 minus 6 is 2. My denominator stays the same. Okay? Now I added and I regrouped. Now I need to add my whole numbers. 2, 3, 4. I get my 4. Remember, this is very confusing looking. I know that this and this is my final answer, so I'm just going to rewrite that. I'll rewrite it up here for now. 4 and 2, 6 is my final answer. Okay. All right, you guys, so today I really want you to use Flipgrid if you have any questions, because it gives you 90 seconds for the video. So that's a minute and a half. You can say something really specific, like I'm on page 515 and I don't understand number 7, or I don't understand what to do after I add the fractions, or you can be really general, like I get it, or I really don't get it, I need more help. Okay, and then I'll reach out to you with a video response with some help. So just use Flipgrid to let me know. You don't have to type or email or read. It's just a video and a video response. All right, good luck today. You guys can do it.